Oh my goodness, I'm probably gonna squint through this video because I forgot my sunglasses back home. But welcome to the Nordic Stitches YouTube channel. I am Lily and I'm a knitwear pattern designer in the Arctic, Norway. I'm coming to you from close to my home in Stockmarknes, and this is my scenery from last time. Starting from last time, there will be ducks. There will most likely sometimes also be people in the background, because it is a public place. And I might also sometimes get distracted by the beauty that is nature. Where you can find me, I'm just gonna put it on here. I'm wearing, this is my design, this is my design, this is my babe, it's cold inside mittens, fingerless mittens. They have this lace panel that goes all the way up here. And this is one of two Northern Delights beanie patterns. Comes matching to a circular scarf that I knit last year. So this is one of the two beanies, and they are all available for purchase in my Ravelry store. Since last, I've published a few videos and a few patterns. I neglected to inform you the last episode that I had released a shawl pattern, but I have. It's the Lorraine shawl. And it was designed as an extra thank you to Lorraine of Lorraine Pugh Designs here on YouTube, and she also does crochet designs. She didn't want anything to make the Nordic Stitches logo, so I sent her a load of yarn, and there's a bee. A load of yarn, and the shawl that I designed, the prototype, and yeah. So that's out there, available for purchase in my Ravelry store. I've also published a free sock pattern by the Ocean Socks. Ta-da! And there's also a PDF, but not exactly a pattern, that is for my my regular vanilla sock. So I include how I knit the toe and how I knit the heel, how many rounds or rows I do of each thing. But I also include kind of a few tricks and tips that you can maybe have use for, you know, when you knit your socks. I've also released a few videos, how I knit and purl. I know that that is something people are curious about, so I've released that video. I also released a video on how I crochet and another video on how I knit the twisted purl stitch, because I do realize that not everybody likes to knit a twisted purl stitch. That duck is gonna kill me. Yeah, so I released the video on how I do that because I do it easy. I don't go through the back loop purlwise. I just, yeah, you can watch the video. It's here on the channel. Yeah, I also released a Halloween knit along promo video. As I said, I will most likely be distracted by the beauty that is nature. Halloween knit along promo video. Yeah, so I will be hosting a Halloween knit along in my Ravelry group. Please go over there and join. There's over 300 members in there, and it's a dormant group. There's almost no activity, and I would just really love if people would... Where did you go? If people would start posting in there. I've opened a regular FO thread, a regular whips thread, so you can go in there and post whatever you're working on in those two threads. I've also released yesterday well, this is recorded on Sunday, and yesterday, Saturday, I uploaded a video, Stockmarknes Market Days. It's not a knitted related vlog, it's a vlog based upon the market days of Stockmarknes. It's the feel of the old tradition market days theme. I do believe the duck thinks she's the fish. Oh well, that vlog is up there. And I also pronounced Lykke in a video, and that would be those knitting needles that everybody is calling Lykke and like ah. That's not how you pronounce it. So I uploaded a video on that, and also, if you didn't know, don't take offense, it was just to be helpful. Now, Yeah, so all that aside, I totally forgot to say welcome to new viewers, welcome to returning viewers. I do realize that a lot of people have joined over the last few weeks, so hello. I'm not usually, I'd like to say that I'm not usually this fluky, but I am. So you just gotta deal with it. Oh well. There are prize winners to announce, and before I announce them, thank you to all the prize donations, and congratulations to all the winners. Please contact me in a private message on Ravelry when you have watched this, so that I can put you in contact with the pattern designer. Now, the Winding Roads beanie donated by Amelia of arcticyarns.com and the Arctic Knitting Podcast. Hey Amelia, she's awesome. You better check her out if you haven't already. The winner of that beanie pattern is, and I'm sorry but if I butcher this, but it's Arminty. Arminty, and she's from Canada, and she will be named in later in this episode because she's actually sent me some gifts. So it was very cool to be able to well, it wasn't me, but random number generator picked her, and I thought that was cool. So congratulations. The Yiksa shawl is donated by Janine of the Yarn and You podcast here on YouTube. It's a beautiful shawl, and the winner is you are from Croatia and you call yourself on Ravelry the Sencha, the THEZ ENCHA. So congratulations. And the third pattern is a mitten club donated by Ellie of the Skater Knits podcast. Hey Ellie! The winner is Emily from Maine, and she hosts the Goldberry Artisans podcast on YouTube, which I subscribe to. So I am pretty sure that I will be seeing those mittens on her podcast because she's amazing at knitting. So yeah, congratulations to all the winners. Again, make sure you contact me on Ravelry when this is when this has reached you. Now, FOs. I don't have any FOs. Why do I keep saying FOs? It's UFOs. The first is, and this yarn was showcased in my previous episode because it was a gift from a viewer. Ta-da! I hope the wind isn't too extreme. I don't have a muffler, so this is the sock that I'm working on when I need a break from anything else. And it has my DIY progress keeper there. I like making progress keepers. And I am knitting these on Zing double pointed millimeter 2.25. So I've been working on those for 2 weeks. That one sock. That being said, I've done a whole lot of knitting that I can't show you. Almost gagged there. Hair in the mouth, not a good thing. I'm drinking coffee in my thermo mug. It came with this polka dot patterned paper on the inside, but you can actually remove the bottom and put things in here. So why I haven't knit or crocheted anything to put in there, it's beyond me. I realize now that it's actually something that I have to do because I've, said it out loud, so. How is the new video coming along, by the way? I am recording with a new phone. I got very tired of the iPhone. So I switched it out to a Samsung S7, not Edge. I cannot stand the Edge. But when I got that Samsung back in my hands, it was like, oh, it's beautiful. And I believe that this phone actually captures colors a lot better and focuses a lot better than the iPhone did. So please let me know in the comments down below if you agree with me. If you don't agree with me, just don't say anything. Because I really don't care. I'm not going to switch out the phone again. And I was saving up for a new camera, but as long as this is working, I am going to save to upgrade my laptop instead so that I can edit videos more often. Just saying. Because I have a 4 GB laptop and I realize I'm just rambling now, so just, use the timestamps down below. But I have a 4 GB RAM laptop. It's not ideal for editing videos, I can tell you. The vlog that I uploaded yesterday took a week to get finished. It was awful. And editing vlogcast, podcasts, anything, it just takes forever and it's a pain and everything staggers and I need to upgrade my laptop. I can't afford a 8 GB gigabyte or 16 GB laptop, so I'm going to upgrade the 4 GB laptop I have, and it's going to cost me a fraction of the price. So aiming for doing that next month, and then I am going to have a break from I'm going to put Nordic Stitches on a break design wise. I have a whole lot of designs that are coming up that I need to really focus on, and then when I hit January 1st there will be quite few patterns coming to the Ravelry store. I'm just putting it out there because I have other projects that I need to focus on. But until January 1st, I will be working on the few designs that I already have. The charts are ready. I just need to write out the patterns and knit them up and have test knitters and all that jazz. So that's that. Now you know that. UFO number 2, because in between all this, there's another UFO. My awesome friend in Texas, Brittany. Hello, Brittany. Hello, boys. If you're watching, her boys are adorable. I am knitting with sock yarn that she sent me, which is Patton's Croy, which I've never knit with before, and it's awesome. I love their softer colors. I went into the website and checked out there's people coming. He's talking on the phone. He was like, what is she doing? Patton's Croy. I will never get used to people watching me, but yeah. Patton's Croy. This is color 2015-03. This is the information on the label. Is it focusing at all? Are my nails clean? I should probably have checked that before I hit record. Anyway, but she sent one skein, and one skein is not enough for a pair of socks unless it's shorties, and I really did want to use this for longer leg socks, so I did this. The white is just a cheap commercial yarn from Europris here in Norway, and together it makes this pair. My goodness, this is really focusing a whole lot better than the iPhone did. What? And this is the front camera, you guys. May I just say, oh. So yeah, I just did, this is on 2.5mm needles. Let's see. I've written it down. This has been a UFO for long. I did a 25 round rib on the sock because it's gonna be winter cozy socks, and then I skipped right on to the Patton's Croy and did, it says 35 rounds, but I'm just going to knit that so it matches completely. And then I did my regular heel and gusset, heel flap and gusset, knit a few rounds. I knit the gusset in white and a few rounds before the heel in white. And then I knit the middle of the foot in the Patton's Croy, and then I switched to the white, did a few rounds, and did the toe. And let's see here. On my So Professional show notes piece of paper. Oh, yeah. There is, if you are participating in Lorraine Pugh's Secret Crochet Along, don't look now. Because I am, and I'm going to show it. going to have to bring out everything in my bag. It's living in my commercialized plastic looking bag. I need to make myself a lot more bags. Can't believe I need more bags, but I do. I can almost touch the duck. Yeah. Nature. Again, if you are participating and don't want to see the next clue, because there's been 2, or if you are not participating and want to see the start and do crochet and want to take part, please have a look. I'm just going to reinsert my hook here. I'm using my crochet light hook because we are getting darker nights here, so having this, well, you can't really see it, can you? Can't see, it gets too light. Really a lot of people coming. So this is the shop so far. And I am really liking it. Out of my comfort zone in color themes, color schemes, but people are coming again and sitting down. Oh well. If I don't like it color-wise, I love everything she does, but if the colors aren't suiting me, I am just going to give it away. So the colors I'm using, the variegated yarn, this beauty is Manos del Uruguay Alegria, and this is the Atlantico colorway. It's a 75% superwash merino and a 25% polyamide. I love Manos del Uruguay. I cannot believe I don't have more of that stashed up. The 3 contrasting colors I'm using are commercial yarn, Drops Flora, in these colors. There's white or nature, light gray and dark gray. I will be adding all this information to my Ravelry page once I have the time to do so. So yeah. Did I just... Let's see. Yeah, I can fix that mistake later. So yeah. This is... I am on Team B because she has a lot of ways you can do this. Well, there's Team B and Team A. I'm chosen. I've chosen to be on Team A. So here's a white stripe, and here's a light gray stripe. Here's a dark gray stripe, and here's the main color again. I love crochet. I wish I could do it more often, but my hands get tired and they blister. Well, it's not blistering, it's just hives, but you know, I love crochet. I wish I could do it more often. Alright, that was the only knitting and crochet related things. Now, I am going to show you my spinning. I've been practicing my drop spin link quite a bit, and and I've actually made yarn. I made yarn. Cannot believe it. Okay. So first, here's the singles that I made. I've ordered fibers so that I can ply it up and spin more, but this is very fine. I am more comfortable spinning fine than I am spinning chunky. So I'm going to ply this up with some other colors that I'm getting. Now for the actual yarns that I made. They are just minis and they are of various weights in a hank. But yeah, so this is one. This is very, very resemblant to... Is that even a word? Resemblant? It looks like regular Norwegian rag yarn, rag sock yarn. Tougher, thicker yarn for socks that we use up here in the Arctic. Now, I don't know what I'm doing right, but when people say that you've plied your yarn, it's going to have a lot of kinks, and you're going to have to bat it or beat it against the chair and soak it and all that jazz. I've just plied my yarn, and this is what happens. It hangs straight down. am I doing something right or am I doing something wrong? If you are a spinner, please let me know, because I have not yet allowed my wallet to actually buy a book of spinning. I did send Kristen of the Woolen Vine podcast an email and asked her if she had any tips and tricks, because she does drop spindle, and she referred me to both an Etsy class and a book. So I will be purchasing both, because when I am learning something new, I really do want to get into it and make sure that I'm getting it right and getting good at it if I like it. And I really do like spinning. This is not a good one, but this is from yarns that I tried spinning a few months ago, or earlier this summer. Again, various weights. And again, it hangs straight. It is soft, very soft. It's not stiff, it's not crunchy, it's not anything. People are really staring. So yeah. This is all the way from chunky, I guess, to light fingering, maybe even lace. So, Shauna of the Sauna Stitches podcast asked me in a comment on Instagram what I will be making with the yarn. I have no idea. I've bought one of those fish line counters that counts how many meters you drop off the fish line to count how much yarn I have. Now this is also something that I spun up earlier this summer, and there's a big blue there, but in here there's both greens and light blues, minty almost. Can you see that? So what I did was I spun one white, and then I spun one. I part my fibers before I start spinning, so I have shorter staples to work with. So I had some staples of green and some staples of pale blue, and I just took green, and then I grabbed some blue, and then I grabbed some green, and then I grabbed some blue. So that was one yarn, and then I applied it together with the white to get this. Woo. Oh well. And then there's the one that I am really happy with. Again, various weights. But this one actually has some size to it. Let's take a closer look to this. This is actually plied with a nylon yarn. The colored yarn is nylon. The white is 100% merino. And this colored yarn is the only ones that I've tried spinning. And I am loving spinning with merino. People are saying that when you first start out, start with more grabby yarn, like wool. I have had no problems adjusting and learning to spin with merino at all. So yeah. And again, it just hangs down. No kinks at all. So yeah, you can see pictures of it on my Instagram feed. I'm loving it. This colored yarn came in, it has colored down, you know, like places where it was blue, and then it was purple, and then it was pink. Or was it purple? I don't know. But it spun up to be blues, pinks, and purples, and I gotta say, I gotta love it. I have no idea how much either of these weighs, because again, my kitchen scale broke. I feel like I told you this last year in my learning curve episodes. Mom bought me a new kitchen scale because I helped her put the firewood back into her storage. I didn't want anything to do that because I love that. Getting to do that is more than enough for me. But she insisted. So she bought me a kitchen scale. But it comes with those screws that are such miniature that you have to special order to open. So I'm not using that yet. Oh well, I have a kitchen scale. I will be able to use it in the future, and I am expecting to get that measure thingy. So maybe in the next episode I will be able to tell you how much it weighs and how long it is and all that jazz. New things. First of all, there's my Lykke knitting needles. I started out with one of them, but I realized I've ordered 2 different sizes. That sucks. I think I've ordered another of the 3.25 millimeter, but I'm not sure. I started out knitting a shawl with this shorty, but there's not a lot you can do with 15 inches, which is a short needle. I have no idea what that translates into for, well, it says 406 millimeters, so 40.6 centimeters. You can't knit a shawl on that. So those are on hold, but I can tell you right away. Crinkle alert. I love these needles. I wish I had a set of all these needles. It says that they are driftwood. I don't know if they are, but the joint here, I cannot tell you how perfect this is. I will get a full set of this, but I have no idea when. Maybe I can do that for Christmas? Can I? Would you allow yourself to buy yourself a Christmas gift of this if you were a designer? Just saying. I don't mind. They are not super pointy. I cannot believe I just did that. I just dropped my knitting needle into the water through the deck. That's just so darn typical. I have now just this one needle, and of course I dropped the 2.5 that I had ordered another one of. At least the duck's happy. This book, I saw this book first in the Goldberry Artisans podcast, hosted by Emily. The Knitter's Handbook of Patterns, Basic Designs in Multiple Sizes and Gauges. Basically, this is going to be a dream to work with as a designer because it gives you a beanie example. It gives you what gauge you have, how many stitches you need for that. So if I want to knit a chunky beanie, I just need to do a swatch, and I need to count my stitches, and then I need to go to this book and find out how to knit it. It's amazing. So yeah, it's for mittens, gloves, hats, tams, scarves, socks, vests, and sweaters. I have no idea what tams is, T-A-M-S. But yeah. So thank you to Emily for showcasing this in her podcast. It's an interweave press print. Go grab my needle, you silly duck. The duck isn't silly, it was me. I should have known that was a ghost. I should have known that was a ghost to happen. My vocabulary just went right down there with a needle, didn't it? Oh well. So yeah, that was the new things, the book and the disappearing needles. It's ironic now that it's driftwood, actually. Little Drops of Wonderful, the podcast hosted by Ali. In her latest episode, she said that she was going to have projects on the needles for Dancing with the Stars. Projects that she would only knit on during that TV show when it airs. It just so happens that next Saturday, Dancing with the Stars starts up in Norway as well. We call it... I know this. I promise. Skal vi danse? basically translated into shall we dance. I have 2 skeins of sock yarn ready. I'm joining you, Ali. I have and again, I showcased this in the last episode. Arne and Carlos yarn. These perfect line socks. The new perfect line. And this Regia yarn. This is actually a limited edition, I think. No, special edition. Love it. So yeah, I'll be knitting those. And I'm just gonna knit vanilla socks anyway, so it's gonna be quick. And I am going to host a Halloween knit along in my group. So you're gonna hear people now, and you're gonna hear the duck. I hope you don't mind. Å nei, dere skal bare stå og holde på, for jeg er mett i. Yeah. Okay, so the prices for this knit along is, the first price is a sock set, I guess you can call it, from Little French Meadows. What? Just going to remove my DNA. This is luminous sock set, green and black. How cool is that? That really is luminous, isn't it? So that's price number 1. If you are a maker and want to donate a price to this knit along, you can do so. Just, you know, contact me through my website. And then price number 2 is an unclaimed price from another, from a July, not a knit along, just a contest. It wasn't claimed, so I'm going to give the chance to someone else. It's sock yarn from a Swedish line called Jarbo yarn. It's very pumpkiny orange and a green, so you can make socks of that. And those are so far the prices. I will also, as I always do, include some stitch markers, progress keepers, tea, you know, goodies. So those are that. Now for gifts. This is the last segment of this podcast, and I fear it's going to be the heaviest one. Not fear. But I have received some gifts from awesome people around the world. One from Canada and one from the United States. Let's start with the one from Canada. And as I said, Arminty, who also won a prize, sent me some Regia yarn. She sent me a picture and asked me to pick my favorites, and she would send it. I am beyond grateful for both these gifts, just saying, because oh my god, I am so spoiled. You guys just spoil me rotten. First of all, this is again, I haven't attempted to say this on the podcast, so maybe I should, but it's Regia, it's Arne and Carlos, 4-ply, color 03656. Love. They probably have names, but I keep forgetting them. So, this is the yeah, no, definitely not. Okay, and the second skein she sent was, oh my goodness. Love it. She also included a cat progress keeper. Let's see if I can show that. She's adorable because of Makula, my cat. That is very thoughtful. And it's so sweet. It's so cute. I'm definitely going to use this progress keeper when I knit socks with this yarn. Thank you so much. I love it. And I can't wait to knit socks with this. I'm thinking I'm going to spare this, or save this. We say spare det in Norwegian. Save this for next year and include it in my box of socks. Maybe. Now, the last last gift. You will have seen it if you follow me on my Instagram and my story. You will have seen this, but if not, here it is. Crinkle. First of all, Teresa, thank you so much for your generosity, and I am so spoiled. She included in her gift. I have never had woolen vine yarns before. This is the Fuzzy Navel Blissed Base. When I see the navel, is that because it's kind of splurged on here? Is navel the word? Because if it is, oh, I don't like navels. I don't like navels. I don't like knees. All the things you learn about me. Oh well. Anyway, this is the yarn. It is a gold stellina peachy color. I love it. And I'm going to knit a square into my blanket with this yarn, and then I'm going to stripe this leftovers into a pair of socks. Yeah. And that's probably going to happen before Christmas because it has gold stellina. And she included minis. Every yarn she sent is a first for me. That was my first woolen vine yarns. This is my first ever Legacy Fiber Arts yarn. And I do believe they all came in this kit because it says here, "Don't Tell Norman set." Now, I am Norwegian and I have no idea what that means. So if you can translate the "Don't Tell Norman" thing to me in the comments below, I would be much appreciated. These are very autumnal colors, and they will be definitely going into my blanket. And they look like this. What? Gorgeous. Love. It has silver stellina in it. Just make sure they don't drop in the water. Right. She also included a book, a notebook with this magnetic flap on here, and she wrote in here. She wrote notes for me, and it has lined pages. Thank you. Very cute. And she included a lot of teas and chocolate, and this is just a handful of what she sent. Literally, just a handful of what she sent. I think I have hot chocolate now for the entirety of the fall. Winter. I don't drink hot chocolate every day. I wish I did, but I don't. I have my waistline to think of. And then she sent this. This gorgeous, gorgeous box. Now, just so happens that I have been on the lookout for a box for my socks, for the box of socks hosted by Woolen Vine, for the entirety of this year, and I have not found it. And then popped the box into my mailbox. I'm definitely going to use that for that. But before I do that, I want to show you how it came. So this is the box. Are you ready for this? Just look at this. Oh. Let's do that again because it's so fun. Oh. Okay, I'm stopping now. This is my color palette right here. She did very good. She said in her note that she thinks she nailed my palette color, and she did. It's all Knit Picks yarn. I've never knit with Knit Picks yarn. And the cool thing about this yarn is, first of all, I think it's brand new yarn, but it has this crochet knit texture to it. It is so cool. It is so cool. And the sun is coming. Oh. In just a few months, there won't be much sun left, so I am just really enjoying this. My goodness, the reflection behind me is just gorgeous. Luxury. So there's the pink. It is color U539. 2 of each color. Then there's the nature color, U537. And then there's the camel color. I'm sure they have different color names online, but it doesn't say here. It's color U538. I can see a shawl growing out of this. Ooh, baby. And this is kind of a chocolatey color. It is U520. I don't think it's focusing. Then there's a soft, warm gray. I think it's warm. It is U527. Gorgeous. And then there's a gray that has blue tones to it. Not very, it's very subtle, but it's there. And it's color U529. So spoiled. I cannot believe how generous you guys are. Thank you so much to both of you ladies. I love these yarns. They are just... Thank you. It makes me feel so fuzzy inside when you spoil me like that. And it's not because you send me so much. It's just the generosity is almost overwhelming at sometimes. There was a fly here, right? I could hear her. I could almost feel her landing on me. Oh, well, I don't think I have anything else for you. I've been recording for 46.5 minutes. I will probably edit out quite a bit. I'm just going to sit here and enjoy this absolutely gorgeous scenery. Nature has started to change colors real drastically. You see differences every single day now. As you can see, I'm wearing mittens and beanies already. Fall started very early this year. We're talking mid-August. But one of the reasons that happened is because we had a very awful summer. We didn't have much heat here. I know that a lot of people say, I don't know why you complain about the weather in Norway. Well, let me tell you something. The weather in Norway really depends on where you are. In the south, you can get tropical heat while it snows in the northern parts of this country. Now, I am in the northern parts of this country, and we were not blessed with a whole lot of good weather this year, so I guess that's one of the reasons fall came early. Yeah. Plants just gave up. So yeah, I'm just going to sit here and enjoy this beauty. I'm going to record it for you so that you see it, because there's a whole lot more going on around here that I want to show you. And then I'm going to go home, get this into my laptop, and then I'm going to go barbecuing with my mom. It's probably the last barbecue we're going to have this summer, so I'm planning on really enjoying that. Thank you so much for coming by and checking out my podcast and what I do. I hope that you appreciate that I record outside. I really love recording outside, except for the fact that I keep dropping knitting needles into places I can't get them back. Say goodbye to the duck and I for this time. The duck was supposed to get a name, but it turns out the duck is not alone. Well, this is the female duck. There's also a male duck, and there's some ducklings now grown somewhere. They are so beautiful. They are just so beautiful. Let's just call her Dolly. Because Dolly Duck. And yeah, the Dolly and I says goodbye for this time. And hopefully until next time, when I have something to show you and time to record, happy knitting or crochet or spinning or whatever you do, and whoever you are, wherever you are, be kind, be good, and have a oh so very nice day. Bye! Don't take my needle, or grab my needle. I'm gonna try have the duck get my needle. Do you think that will work?